Super Bowl. We like sports, so we don't care who knows. Football, tennis, hockey.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 541 Sports. We got the Duck game going on right now. It's 28-13 at halftime. Go Ducks. They're brewing up for a pretty good game in a couple weeks at Autzen. UCLA coming to town.
Yeah.
Probably going to be 7-0. Could be game day.
How did they finish out against Utah?
They beat them by 32-42, I think.
UCLA beat Utah today?
Yeah.
But I think they were up by more than that at one point, weren't they?
I'm not sure.
The highest I saw them get up was like 10.
Oh, okay.
I think I saw.
And then they got Stanford next. That's who.
UCLA beat Stanford?
Yeah.
So they'll win that one.
Ducks have a bye, and then UCLA.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great
Talk about a few NFL topics, like what the frick is going on with Russell Wilson, Tua and his injuries going on, Tom Brady,
question mark.
And then we'll jump gears to NBA. Did Draymond Green cross the line? Who knows? And Russell Wilson.
Ooh, ouch. It's a poor way to start it.
I know what happened to him.
Indy up.
He got paid. He doesn't need to play anymore.
He got, what was it, a 5-year or 4-year?
245.
Yeah, 50.
So he got a actual bag.
I wonder how much of that is guaranteed.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Okay, here's a question though. Do you think Russell's performance, or is it the coach? Because he's kind of an ass coach too, I feel like.
He's a rookie head coach. I think it's a combo of three things. I think that he is probably let up a little bit, Russell. The coach being a rookie head coach doesn't know how to manage tight situations, and then also maybe the Broncos weren't as Super Bowl ready as they thought when they got
Their
Russell.
defense is pretty good.
Their defense is pretty good, but their receivers can't catch shit. Not that Russell Wilson's hit everybody or gone to the wide open dude, but their receivers aren't as good as I thought they were going to be.
And how about taking that time to mesh with your new teammates? Like, there's a pretty good he had a nice thing with Lockett and Metcalf, right? He's for a long time. He's been throwing to Lockett for years. He knows where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. He doesn't know that with these two. Like their timing's just a little off.
Yeah.
And so it's I feel like that's across all the new quarterbacks. Obviously, you see Matt Ryan sucks with the Colts. Indy up.
It just takes time to gel.
But I think that's really what it is. It's like the Broncos' defense is fucking good, and that's the reason they've been in games. And it's definitely not been anything offensively, but I think it just takes that time where you do got to gel. You got to get used to playing with someone. Just like having anything.
AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts look pretty good together. Did you see
Kelly's
his interview at the end of that shitty
He
game?
still said, "Let's ride."
He said it again.
Broncos country. That's right.
After losing to the Colts.
Yes.
He's got to be sponsored by Ford. He gets paid every time he's Bronco.
Broncos country, let's ride.
They text him like, "Hey man, shitty game, but make sure you say let's ride."
Hey, don't forget to let's ride at the interview today.
Matt Ryan is not throwing a lot of touchdowns, but he is the league leader in passing yards.
Yardage.
Because he has a game on everybody else. Is that why?
What's going on with your Colts? For real.
They beat Kansas City.
They
just beat Denver.
They won without Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but
is he the?
It's the defense.
Is he the reason why they suck?
I think
no, he's not.
It's the reason why my fantasy team sucks.
Yeah, he is the reason why the fantasy sucks.
Yeah, it's weird when you go into it and you're like, man, as a Colts fan with high hopes, you think Matt Ryan's got some gas in the tank, and you go tie with the Texans. It's like, oh, what the fuck's going on, kinda? But they had that big comeback. They were down by 14 points or something going in the fourth quarter, so they come back, tie the game. Like, okay, that's just that momentum into the next game, then get your ass kicked by the Jaguars, and then go beat the Chiefs.
The Jags are pretty good.
They're all over the board, but they're
pretty wide open as a whole.
The Colts,
yeah,
they're the most boring. It is the first time in my life I think my favorite team has been so fucking boring to watch play. I hate watching Colts games because they're just boring.
Yeah.
They're not fun to watch.
There was a tweet that said we should get a free month of Amazon Prime
No
for this game on Thursday.
Well, dude, the matchups since week 2 when the Chargers faced the Chiefs have just been ass.
Did you see the one next week?
Yeah, the next Thursday night game's shitty too.
What is it?
It's the Commanders and
it's Carson Wentz versus Justin Fields on
Yeah,
Thursday.
Commanders and Bears.
Commanders, Bears.
I might just keep the TV off that Thursday night.
Colts defense is they're getting guys back that were injured, like Jack Leonard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's back, so it's nice to just see the defense play well, have everybody out there, and then hopefully
they'll figure it out.
hopefully Matt
They'll figure
Ryan,
it
the
out.
receivers start clicking, so the teams they play against don't put 8 guys in the box on every play and say, hey, here you go, Jonathan Taylor, get some yards when there's fucking 8 guys right in his face every play, you know.
How long is Taylor out for? Just that week?
I
Or
think
he might-
I think he was
Ankle sprain.
almost.
They're
I
confident
think,
he's gonna play next week.
yeah, I was gonna say I think he almost even played Thursday. Like he was
Yeah.
a pretty late scratch for Thursday's game.
Sunday night's game. Bengals Ravens.
That's the Sunday night game.
Yeah. At Baltimore. Who you got? Does Lamar show MVP or?
I'll
does-
probably I'll take the Ravens because they blew that big lead to the Dolphins and they just lost a close one to the Bills. I
They've
think that-
trailed for like 14 seconds in in a total of all games this season.
See, I think
That's
that they're just going to
nuts.
be pissed off with losing like that. So I think that they're going to come out, and, especially being at home. But I've been wrong before. I mean, I put $5 on Kansas City to beat the Colts.
For what, to win like 70 cents or something?
Yeah, I think it was like a $2 payout.
He was thinking.
I was trying to build it up slowly,
Right.
but then I throw a 5 out and just shit on. I do a
They
3-leg
literally-
parlay with the 3 best receivers in the league. Shit on. I do another money line for the Dolphins to go up 7. Tua gets fucking hurt. I'm like, I'm done betting. I guess. Like,
They
fuck
gave-
me.
They gave money back for Tua's injury.
Really?
If you had anything
I'll have
on
to check.
Tua, they gave money
Oh,
back.
on Tua specifically or the Dolphins?
Yeah, because I got money back for that. 'cause I had
Oh,
more
okay.
on Sam.
I think I'm taking Bengals this matchup.
Little Jamar Chase and
Yeah, they're
Burrow
not
action.
looking like the Super Bowl team from last year, but they're not looking bad.
Well, the thing is, they were 10-7 last year,
Mhm.
so they weren't like
Yeah, all
they
you
weren't
gotta do is
looking
win.
crazy
Doesn't
good for the
matter.
playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is getting hot. Like
They lost to
the
weird
Giants
games,
both years
too.
that they won theirs.
Didn't the Bengals late last year lose like the Jets like week
I think they
14
something
or
like that.
15? Like they
Yeah.
lost to like super suspect matchups, and then they just get hot at the end.
I'm gonna take the Bengals as well. I think Burrow has a heck of a game
Okay.
because I'm looking back to what Baltimore's secondary gave up to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle a couple weeks ago. 40 points apiece in fantasy.
Yikes.
You're taking that.
You are.
I'd be right there with you. I heard that the Ravens got a pretty banged up secondary.
Big
They got a lot of DBs out. So and you got playmakers like Chase, and then obviously T. Higgins is pretty damn good at football too.
It's always scary with injuries.
Mhm.
Always hurt.
But I'll take the Bengals also.
Okay, so
I don't
3
like them.
Bengals, 1 Ravens.
One Raven.
Okay. So you're putting some money on the Ravens?
No,
Monday?
definitely not. I just think they're gonna win.
Okay. Right on. Monday night game. Raiders Chiefs in Kansas City.
It's gonna be like bloodbath.
Should be a
Bloodbath.
bloodbath, but
Or Chiefs, you're thinking?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Raiders aren't pulling.
I mean,
that
the Chiefs laid an egg against the Colts, so anything can happen.
I'll
in
take the
NFL.
oddball and say Raiders.
I'm going Raiders as well.
I'm gonna say that this is the game where they finally put some pieces
This is
together
the
and they
turning
start
point for
clicking.
them?
Yeah.
Where they don't throw the ball to Devontae Adams twice throughout the whole game. Where they're like, it doesn't matter.
I'll
we're
take
gonna
it if they
give him the
feed
fucking
Devontae a
ball.
little bit. He's
Because
on my
him-
team too.
Him and Waller both do not get the amount of targets that they should get.
No.
Especially because Derek Carr's a slinger quarterback, right?
Feed those guys.
Like, throw him the ball.
Even
There's
Renfro.
no reason,
Is he
regardless if you're playing where Devontae Adams
Renfro?
gets 2 targets.
I'm not sure.
Renfro is questionable.
Okay. But he's got a receiving core and a half.
Yeah. And Josh Jacobs is running the ball. Like, what is...
On paper, it's a really good team.
It is.
Yeah.
And their defense, it's not terrible either. Like, I feel like Max Crosby's pretty good. I actually like watching
Yeah,
him
he's
play.
good.
Like, he's a monster. But take the Raiders. Monday Night Football.
I might do a little Raiders money line and a couple like Derek Carr pass yardage. You get a little parlay going.
Go ahead and get
Feel
the parlay in
frisky,
with
you know what I'm saying
Derek
there?
Carr.
I
One
saw
plus
some dude do a
interceptions guaranteed.
15-leg parlay, and it was gonna pay out like $75K. And at
Oh.
one point in time, he was up,
Mhm.
and he could have cashed out like 23 or 25 G's, and he let it fucking ride and lost
He
it.
won every game except for
He
the
needed
Monday night game
Rams.
against the Rams and Niners.
Oh
Rams.
my
All he
Oh,
needed to do was
gosh.
Rams money line.
And what was his,
They
what he
sent-
bet? How much money did he bet?
$10
$10
free bet.
bet.
$10
I'm
bet
taking
for
10 for 23K.
75 G's.
I'm taking 10
Oh, I'll
for
take
23K.
yeah.
Well, they sent him to Vegas,
Did-
and like they had this whole
You
thing.
could even
like,
you could even hedge that bet and still come out with profit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like he's like, no, I'm letting it ride.
Respect though.
And he lost.
Respect.
Yeah, he went viral and lost.
Tua.
Yeah, I heard that there was a couple doctors that said that he should retire.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I saw that.
Really? I didn't
So-
see that.
He got hurt at Alabama, right? Because didn't someone else play the championship game?
I think Tua played because Jalen Hurts got
It
hurt.
was the other
That's
way
that
around.
was it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Tua
Jalen
took
got
over.
Okay, gotcha.
Should he retire?
Should he? I mean,
That's kind of his choice.
run that ball, Bo. Okay.
Yeah, kind of his risk. Like he signed on
Yeah,
the
it's-
dotted line, knowing what risk you're taking. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, dude, he's gotten paid recently, right? Or is he
No,
still
this
on
is his
rookie?
contract year, so
Oh,
that's
shoot.
tough.
you know.
You
that's
know
why
he's coming back then.
Yeah, that's why he pushed himself to play that game where he ultimately got really.
That
hurt.
is what you said last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who's starting for the Dolphins this week?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
And I think he still has a game.
Who are they playing?
The Jets.
Oh, he has a big game, it sounds like.
Tyreek Hill's going off.
Bridgewater fantasy quarterback locked this week.
Bryson picked him up in our league.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he starting him?
No, he's on the bench right now, but he dropped Dalton Schultz for him.
Did you pick up
Oh, and
Dalton
then
Schultz?
you got a
Yeah,
trade with
and I traded
Jay
For
Bear.
Michael Carter.
He touched me last night at the game about it.
Yeah, he's kind of a risk. I think he's gonna ultimately lose his spot to Breeze if he hasn't already.
I have a hard time trusting the Jets fantasy players.
Yeah. You know how hard
Yeah.
it is to sling Garrett Wilson in my starting lineup?
Dude, Conklin is good.
Except I have him.
He's fun.
He is consistent.
He is fun.
I have him in my other league, and he gets like 7-8 targets a game.
I have Drake London and Garrett Wilson, both the rookies, on my bench, and
Oh yeah.
I had Mike Evans suspended, so I had to put one of them in. And I'm like, man, Garrett Wilson, like numbers wise, he gets more targets and he's had better games. But then again, it's like he plays for the fucking Jets.
I know.
There's no shot on putting a Jets player on my
You
team.
might
Of
wanna
course, I do
start-
when he gets hurt in the second
You
quarter.
might want to
It's
start
the
London
worst.
this week because the Bucks tend to struggle against the Falcons during the regular season.
Really?
Okay.
It just
Speaking of,
It's in division.
You
so-
you
It's
take
in
London
division.
against the Buccaneers defense over Mike Evans versus the Falcons defense?
No, fuck no. I would take Mike if you have him.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
But okay, yeah.
Oh,
but take
yeah.
Mike.
And I have Justin Jefferson, so
Yeah, then that's a lot.
I got DK in my flex right now.
that's a great. I think
After a couple of good weeks, I'm like, he's starting to get his targets
He
again,
is.
and
He
it's
is.
like,
Seahawks have the Saints. They're pretty good.
Did you drop Cam Akers?
no, he's still just sitting on my bench.
He's riding the bench.
What's up with Tom Brady over there, buddy? Your Bucks are what, 2-2
He-
right now?
Yeah, he actually looked pretty good against the Chiefs. I mean, he scored good in fantasy, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Marital issues is
I think that's
Well, you
just,
saw his Twitter bio. He went from family and football to just football. So you take the distraction of the family away, it's over now. Good luck, NFL.
He's gonna play another 10 years.
He's-
I heard.
55.
I heard he's
feel
going
like-
for
Could
600
you
yards this
imagine?
week.
I feel like that doesn't affect him when it comes
Touchdown
to playing football. Like ultimately, when it comes down to it, I don't think that affects his game. But I mean, obviously, it probably has to someday.
Michigan?
But I think I just don't feel like that's enough for Tom to be off his game. I just think he's struggling because of just can't do it like that anymore.
Well, and also his wide receiving core is pretty banged up.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
back. They were back
Nothing really
last week.
consistent for
Was
him.
Godwin back last
Godwin's
week?
Yeah.
back.
He's back?
Yeah.
Godwin,
Mike Evans
had
looked
a
fucking
game.
good last
Julio's
week.
still
dude.
out.
Julio's back.
Dude.
Julio's back
Yeah,
now
Cole
too.
Beasley retired.
He did.
Yeah, after one
We got a
game.
game in.
Yeah, which was
He
weird.
got a
Retired.
game in, you know?
Yeah, he
He's
played
like,
one
I'm outta
game. He's
here.
like, you know what? I'm done.
Why?
I don't know. He's retired.
He wanted to be back home with his family.
That's
He's
what his
been-
reason was.
Yeah.
That's
Weird.
it. I like Cole Beasley.
Weird how you would go through training
I
camp,
respect him.
all that kind of stuff, go into another season, and then like after
Did he
game
go
one-
through training camp this year?
I-
Or was he just a free agent and
I
then gets
honestly think he
randomly
was
picked
just a
up?
free
Oh,
agent.
did
He
he?
wasn't
Was
free
he?
agent,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Then he
okay.
played one game. He's like, yeah, you know. just
Yeah, and then
kinda
he.
done.
That's
Yeah.
Mike Evans and Keenan Allen are my two favorite receivers to watch in the NFL.
Is
I
he
love
back this
watching.
week?
No, he's out.
That's
Yeah,
tough,
but
heard
it was
Keenan
so
is
fun to
one
watch
of the
Mike
most
Evans last
underrated
week.
wide receivers.
He
in the
is.
league.
It is.
He's
He
so
is.
good, but he's just not like that. Is it because he doesn't do the gritty?
It's
or-
because he's
He's
not.
not
He's
flashy
not a
enough.
big red zone. He's not like he doesn't ever have big years with touchdowns. Like
which
he's
is
get-
surprising because you
he-
feel like that is your red zone target for.
I mean, he's pretty good,
Mike-
but
he
he
goes
but
into
he's like
Mike
an
Williams, though.
he's like an 8
Yeah.
touchdown a year guy kind of. You know, but he's gonna go catch top 3 most passes in the season, have well over 1,000 yards, and probably score 8 times because Mike Williams or Herbert likes the tight ends in there too.
He does.
But
Gerald
The-
Everett's playing.
but
pretty
Keenan
well.
Allen gets them all the way down the field, and then it's
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, someone do it else.
How's Herbert's ribs doing? They better.
Played pretty good last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, I
The
saw that
doctor
he
didn't
tied.
puncture his
He
lung
tied
like
or
he did.
broke
Nice.
the biggest streak ever for 300 plus passing yards on the road.
Wow.
I think
Yeah, such
he
a
either
baby.
tied or just broke it last week, but it was like 8 in a row with 300 plus passing yards on the road.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up the Lions how they.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I mean, Jared Goff is playing amazing this year. He
Without Swift and the
Yeah.
receiver.
is Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been kind of. He's really good, but he's been kind of banged up.
Mm-hmm.
1,126 passing yards, which is 5th in the league. And then he is 11 touchdowns for 3 interceptions.
He lit me up for 41 in my fantasy last week.
He's playing amazing. The Lions have scored the most points in the NFL with 140. I think second place is 115, and they're 1-3. It's just it's a cursed town.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
It's one of those teams where it's like you don't know anyone that really hates the Lions. Like everyone,
There's no reason.
I feel like everyone wants to
Everybody-
see them win.
Everybody like associates the Lions with like Calvin Johnson, and it's like
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never heard of one person that didn't love Calvin Johnson.
Yeah,
So it's
like,
like you kind of root for those guys,
Or you
especially
go-
like last year when they had
Patriots.
those close games where they were losing, and Dan
Right.
Campbell's in the post game interview like crying
I know.
because
I
he just
love
feels so
Dan
bad
Campbell.
for his
I feel
team.
so
Like
bad for him.
it's like we're right here in these games and we can't fucking win one. Like
Seriously.
Yeah.
you start to cheer for the
Yeah,
underdogs.
what was
you
the
know?
what was the final score last week? It was 45 to like 48.
It was 48.
such a-
Well,
45.
against Seattle.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's
Yeah.
such a heartbreak. You score almost 100 points that game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then to lose it just like that is.
They got
it's
the
heartbreaking.
Patriots this weekend. They getting a W in New England.
Kind of a toss up.
No Mac Jones, so they're going rookie.
Ooh, no Mac
rookie
Jones?
quarterback.
Okay.
I think they get it.
I'll take Detroit then.
Yeah, I'm taking Detroit.
Oh yeah, if Mac Jones isn't
Detroit
playing.
all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go Lions.
Are they play like? Then again, it's like, dude, what did Penny have last week? Fucking 160 yards and
He had one.
a couple
but,
touchdowns.
Yeah.
What is Ramondre and Damian Harris gonna do to the Lions defense this week? Is what's kind of a little bit scary though.
I would definitely take the over if you're gonna bet on the Lions though.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a high scoring game
It
every
doesn't
time.
matter if they're down
Is-
25. They
Is
still
Swift
find a way.
or St. Brown playing this
I
week?
think St. Brown maybe. I don't think so.
I
I think
so.
Swift's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But-
he's back. They
But
have an
even,
early
it was
bye.
like 2 weeks in a row where both of them didn't play, and Goff's still out here
Well, then he
swinging.
made freaking the guy, your receiver,
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds.
The ex-Ram.
Mhm.
He made him look like a MVP the last
And
couple weeks.
Jamal Williams.
Is
He-
it,
he
I
jumped
read
right over
something
for him.
too where Goff is in like he has like 3 or 4 out of the 20 highest scored football games ever,
Wow.
and it's like Jared freaking Goff.
Let's go to a shitty team real quick. Sorry.
Just
There
say
we
the
go.
Cowboys.
Just
There
say
we
Are
Dallas.
the Cowboys gonna beat the Rams this weekend?
Yes.
Mhm.
3-1 Cowboys, 2-2 Rams.
Yeah, I'll take the boys.
I will take the boys.
You know what? I have them winning too.
Even though
Stafford's got
I
this
mean,
funny thing about throwing the ball to the other team. I don't know what it is, but
Oh,
he just loves to do it.
I had a bad beat in fantasy last week. Fuck Matt Stafford.
Yeah, fuck that.
I have them in a parlay with Cowboys winning.
the Cowboys defense is really,
It
really
is.
good.
And
Yeah.
you know when you look on and like I'm on ESPN for fantasy, so I can see what the like opponent ranks. Like if you're your quarterback, it's like they're this defense for passing yards or to quarterbacks. You know, I got Dallas's defense and the Rams' opponent ranking in offense, like yards of and everything included. The Rams are 32nd.
Yeah, they're pretty.
With how good of a year Cooper
Wow.
Kupp's having, is that like insane to think about that the
Yeah.
Rams are last in the
I mean, he's the only
NFL
person
in
that
touches the
scoring
ball, so
offenses and
Yeah.
stuff?
It kind of makes
That's
sense. I
crazy.
mean, he's the only person that touches the ball besides Stafford. And
They
Stafford.
Is that a team that you think? I mean, they won the Super Bowl last year. They obviously got to figure it out, right? Or not?
I mean, you never really know, but
Or is
I
that
mean,
just
you would think
one
that
and
they
done?
would at least make the playoffs. I mean, are they going to repeat? Probably not.
No.
No.
But I mean,
I think a lot of guys get complacent. I mean, Aaron Donald was set on retiring until
Yeah.
he won the ring. He's like,
yeah,
I want that feeling every day of my life. I'm coming back.
yeah.
So I think a lot of the guys got complacent. Allen Robinson was better off a Bear.
He signed a big contract with
Yeah.
the Rams, like
Mhm.
3-year something.
He was, yeah, he's better off a Bear because when you got Cup out there, I always thought it was going to be Cup's going to get all the attention, as in from the DBs and stuff, and then Robinson would get the targets.
Yeah.
Hasn't happened.
It's really weird too. Like you go from one 1 year, like where you're going into the season and it's like, man,
Shout out
that
Dylan Bailey.
NFC West
I mean, Blink's
is
back together.
fucking
I don't
insane
know.
because you had like last year going into like, man, the 49ers are going to be really good. That was before they had all their injuries.
Right.
Seahawks are going to be super good, right? Because they've been good, so you just expected the Cardinals, Rams, and now it's like this year, the Seahawks are playing better than people expected.
Yeah.
But they're not a fucking like
No,
big
they're
time
not going to
team like they
maintain
would
that.
like they were expected last season.
Right.
49ers they're fine, you know, but they don't. I just don't feel like they give you that exciting like
Oh, they're
like
boring.
oh they're gonna win a Super Bowl,
They're
right?
boring.
Cardinals
They're a
can't
shoot
figure
clock.
their shit out
They're a
either.
shoot clock team.
Yes.
And the Rams are like,
Yeah, that division
what the
fell
fuck
apart
happened?
quick.
Like it was easily the best division in football last year, going into the season,
Yeah.
and now it's like,
Well, think
What
about
is
the
this?
worst division from the past couple years, NFC East.
Damn.
When you think about it on paper, you know, you got the Giants, Cowboys, Eagles.
yeah,
Uh,
the division of
Who else is in there?
underperformers is what it sounds like.
Giants,
Can we
Cowboys,
talk
Eagles,
about that
Commanders.
record real quick?
Commanders.
Hey, I
On
was
paper,
talking
it was
about
not a very fun
previously,
division.
not this year.
And now the Giants are 3-1. Eagles
Yeah.
are 4-1.
And Cowboys.
Well,
are
it's
Cowboys
amazing
are
what
3-1.
happens with a healthy Saquon.
Commanders are.
Look at him go. He's
Right.
fucking awesome.
The Commanders are there.
Commanders.
NBA question for you guys.
Go ahead.
So, did you guys see the Draymond Green, Jordan Poole fight the other day?
I finally watched it yesterday.
Jordan Poole was talking shit. Draymond came up.
It didn't look
Jordan
as
pushed
bad.
him. Draymond
Yeah.
punched him.
It didn't look as bad as I initially heard. I mean, it's still like,
That was a pretty good
what are you
punch.
doing? But
It was, yeah.
That was a haymaker.
Did he cross the line?
I didn't see it. I heard about it. I didn't watch it.
yes, I mean,
Look it up right now.
He
You
came
better
out
watch
and
it.
apologized. So he
He did.
obviously-
Live reaction.
I mean, it's your teammate.
And
But
he
I
said
guarantee
he
you-
apologized to Jordan Poole.
and that he was stepping away from the team
He's
for a few
taking a
days.
couple days away.
If you put a camera and like, it's like the whole, like I said in the group messages, if Aaron Donald doesn't get
Oh no. He
in
can't.
trouble,
Yeah.
Draymond can't get in trouble. Aaron Donald swung a helmet at somebody.
I-
You could actually kill somebody with that.
I
and he didn't get anything.
and get a possible charge, like
Yeah.
you know.
I guarantee though, like Steven and I were talking about earlier, I guarantee you there are instances like that all the time.
Oh,
in
you
practice.
you put a camera in anybody's practice,
Go
I
back to
guarantee you.
Kobe days.
Ooh. Yeah.
90s,
Ooh,
80s,
that's a
90s.
pretty good punch, huh?
Barkley, you think Barkley never threw a
He had a
punch
right and
Yeah.
a left.
at him, one of his teammates?
There's
I
a
guarantee you.
video of Kobe just elbowing Sasha.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, just
right in
for
his
shit.
gut.
He
Gosh,
got
that's a good
knocked
point.
out right there.
Play it
for real.
again. Play again.
Make
That's
Oh,
a good,
right in the
he
jaw.
stuck that one.
That's for making fun of my one stat line, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. That was the funniest part. Was I seen what Jordan Poole? It may have been actually fake. I don't know, but it said where he was.
Ooh, good sack.
He was
work.
like, "Oh, Draymond, you think everybody comes to watch you go for the triple single every game or what?" It's like funny as fuck. Where do you like? You're a third year guy. Jordan Poole's a third
Yeah.
year guy, and you're gonna go talk shit to. He's pretty well like the leader of that team, right? Draymond Green.
He's the glue.
He's the glue,
He's
right?
the glue.
How do you go even speak that way to a guy that's been there for 10 years?
Here's
He's
my
got-
take on
You
Jordan.
could have gotten
Poole
tired of
titles.
Draymond talking. Draymond's a talker.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on that team, like you gotta know Draymond's coming for you. I mean, that's just him. That's
It
just
is.
the way he plays the game. That's how he's always played the game. But
Mhm.
here's my thing on Jordan Poole. He is a hell of a basketball player, but he kind of irritates me in a way, just because I feel like he thinks he's like the shit, or I guess.
He thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah, like coming in because he's had those couple big games, so he's
Yeah.
like trying to get a name for himself, which I get, but I feel like on Golden State, like that's Steph, Clay, and Draymond's team. Like
Mhm.
if you want to shine like that,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, how much pressure is on Jordan Poole? So
that's what I'm saying.
you can just let it rip. Like, if he had a game where, like, he probably had a couple. I don't know exactly, but he probably had a few games last year where he only scored maybe single digits, maybe 10 points.
When
That's
Klay
the
Thompson was
But
back
you-
in the
but you
playoffs,
don't-
Poole was not
Yeah.
averaging 10 points.
Right.
Probably.
But you don't
Yeah.
hear about that because you got names like
That's what I'm
Steph.
talking- oh.
You got names like Clay. You got, I mean, Draymond's Draymond, but there's just no pressure on him. So obviously he's gonna have those block games every now and then. So
I
yeah, I
feel
mean,
like-
I agree with you that like it's easy for him to be like, I'm legit. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, go to the freaking Pistons or go to the
Go to some,
who else's shit?
go to the Houston Rockets.
Go to the Rockets and tell me what you do there.
And
He'd
see.
probably still do pretty good because he's gonna have the ball in his hands a lot, but He's not going to be winning games like the Warriors are going to.
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's like part of it too is like I feel like what's made Golden State so good for the span of time that they've been good is that if Curry wanted to go out there and go score 40 points a game, he could go score 40 points a game. But there's the team, and you just watch how their offense runs and the way that it gets people involved, and they just spread it out because. You got games where Curry, of course, is going to have his blow-up games.
Well, you got
where he's
Steph running around
30
there
plus.
fucking like this.
Yeah.
But then you get those games where Curry's got an off night, so Clay picks him up,
Yeah.
Wiggins picks him up, Poole comes in and picks him up.
I
It's like,
forgot about
that's
Wiggins. See,
it's
there's
like-
zero pressure on Poole.
yeah,
There's
he's
zero.
literally coming in there, and he's a great shot creator.
Oh, yeah, he's a good player.
But
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's ridiculous for somebody to be like in a position like that, to have an ego, where it's like, oh, I think I'm super good. When you watch from the outside looking into Golden State, that does not seem to be a thing within their like their team. They
just a
all
great
are
team.
team first.
except,
They're
except for
click. and-
Draymond.
But he's like the ultimate team player to me.
But even-
He's got an ego for sure.
He
I
doesn't
see
give
what
a
you're saying.
shit. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't have to go out there and score. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he
If
likes
it's open,
he likes to defend. He likes to rebound.
Yeah, and you want those dogs
Yeah.
on your team. Like
Exactly.
he's a dog. He really is.
But
No.
even Draymond has his limitations because if you picked and plugged him to
I agree,
Sub.
100%.
Oh,
sub
yeah.
500 team,
Yeah.
when
He
you
ain't
don't have Steph and Clay, like
He ain't the same
He's
player.
not gonna be the same.
He's
I was talking
built
with-
around Steph and Clay.
I was
Sure,
talking
yeah,
with
yeah.
a coworker, and there's like, you start thinking about teams where you could plug Draymond in and they'd be good, and like Portland's one of those teams when they had McCollum. I feel like if
Yeah.
Draymond's there, like that's one of his.
It's
good
gotta be the
fits,
right
but
situation.
who else could he go?
well, think about how
plugged
comparable
into?
Steph
feel
and
like-
Clay and Dame and McCollum really are.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
feel
kind
like
of similar
he could,
situation.
he could plug in pretty well with the Lakers.
Yeah,
oh, add another non-shooter
He's-
to the floor. Yeah, for
he's.
sure.
That's fair. That's
That-
fair.
that is-
that's my
true.
that's my only argument for that.
That is fair.
You could set up. He could just look like what he does with
He
Steph.
creates
Look
well.
at AD
He's
and
good.
LeBron.
If you
like
put
he-
him on an established team, if you're building a team from the ground up or you're doing a total rebuild,
He's not your guy.
might not be the.
sleeper of that team this year for the Lakers, Kendrick Nunn.
Ooh, yeah.
Absolutely. No.
Sorry, I had an
listen.
itch on my
He's
throat.
Listen.
he's not a world beater, but he's a good defender.
Sleeper on that team this year.
So since we're talking about Draymond switching teams, he's a free agent. 24.
Next,
So after
next,
this season,
I think
this
after-
season.
After next year.
Is this the 22-23 season right now?
yes.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, after this season, he's a free agent. So are they going to bring him back? Or is
They
he gonna
have to.
That's gonna be semi tough because he always seems to be getting in trouble somehow.
Well, and then here, what do they do with Jordan Poole? 'Cause
He's gonna walk.
He's got a contract coming up.
Pool's gonna want to go and get
He's
paid,
gonna
and the
go
Warriors are not
somewhere
gonna be
and
able
get
to afford it.
And it's, to me, like, I'm not a Warriors fan, but to me, it's like, I don't think Clay's. I don't think that he's that guy anymore, like he was.
Which is crazy because he was averaging 17, 18 points a game, and that's like
But I think,
off for him.
But it's like you throw Poole in there and he'll do that maybe plus more.
Yeah.
But the loyalty factor of it's like Clay's gonna be a lifetime. He's not gonna go play
Yeah.
somewhere else. He's gonna be a Warrior his whole career. But it makes you wonder too. Is like, what could Golden State trade Clay for and like get back? Because there's a team out there that's contending and they think they just are missing one piece, and Clay could be the difference in
He
that
could be that guy
to somebody
Yeah.
else. And the Warriors can at the same time get a good piece back. I feel like.
Yeah.
And maybe
But-
maybe draft picks, maybe future, but I don't know. It's just if I was a GM of Golden State, I'd be keeping Poole, trading Clay, but
Really.
that's feelings unattached to the
Right.
guy.
Yeah.
They can't just get rid of Clay like that. He's done too much.
Is Poole a decent defender?
No, he's not.
So
I don't think he
that's
is
what
really.
Clay has on
Yeah.
him, which
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't think
like,
Clay
if
was
you
a good
looked at
defender
his,
being back yet, but it probably
That's-
is
yeah,
from
that's
the
what I was gonna
injury.
say,
I think
maybe
he'll be
a
better
little.
this year than he was last
So,
year.
I mean,
but he
yeah.
wasn't very efficient either. Like Clay shot a lot, and I didn't like the shots he took watching
He was
Golden
off a
State.
lot.
He had a couple good games, but
except for Game 6. Game
He-
6, Clay. 49-13 Oregon.
TV last time.
This is nice because I don't watch the NBA, so it's nice to actually get insight
For a
from
little bit.
guys that watch it.
Yeah, how about old Phoenix losing to the 36ers, huh?
Huh? That was funny.
Clay could be a good fit for Phoenix.
I'm gonna.
What could they give the Warriors for Clay?
I don't want Clay in
Did
Phoenix.
they
No?
did they keep Aiden?
Yeah.
They kept him.
They
They
matched.
got him at least
Somebody
till
offered,
January.
right? Who offered? Who?
Indiana.
Pacers.
That's right.
all the Suns had to do
I
was
thought the
match it,
Suns
which
were
that was
gonna-
their plan all along.
I thought
was
the Suns
to
were gonna let
match
him walk. He didn't sound too happy.
it.
didn't.
I don't think he necessarily is. I think it's going to be kind of weird, but he's going to play.
Well, he
What they
didn't talk
signed
to
him
him.
to?
He hasn't talked to the coach since their last.
I've
playoff game.
done a little bit of reading, and it's even Devin Booker said that not a lot of he hasn't spoken with Monty Williams a whole lot. He said it was more so of a refresher, kind of disconnect deal because it's their summertime, it's their vacation.
Get back.
He
Yeah.
referred to it as when you go and take a week-long vacation in your normal job, you don't go talk to your boss, right?
Oh, I
That's
know.
fair,
And
yeah.
so it's like over the summer with us being off of work, it's like we're hooping a little bit, but
Yeah.
we're spending time with our families, doing
Yeah.
stuff. We're not talking with our boss on the phone.
Mhm.
So, but
Well, if
there's a little bit of a concern with Monty Williams and DeAndre Ayton because I think if it came down to it, they'd fire Monty Williams before they just
And
get
keep
rid of
Ayton.
Ayton.
What do you think about when Chris Paul retires? Do you think Phoenix is going to be just as good, or do you think they're going to drop off pretty hard?
I think they'll drop off
Yeah.
unless they find a piece to.
How many years are left on?
I
his-
think
his
it's one more. It's either this year or next year's.
Do you
gonna
think
be
he's
Chris Paul.
retiring?
how old
Because
is
he's the
he?
same age. He's the same age as same year as
30.
LeBron, but he went to college at Wake Forest, so
Yeah, he's
he's got like
he's like 30. I want to. What's LeBron? 37 now? 36,
so,
37.
36,
I think Chris
37.
Paul must be 38, 39.
Yeah.
probably.
Damn.
he's got. You said 1 year, or maybe 2.
I think I want to say that this. I think it's next year is his last year on his contract.
and then he's
also.
probably done after that. You think?
Uh,
Unless he wants to go banana boat it with LeBron and LA and
Yeah, with
pull D
Carmelo
Wade
and,
out of retirement.
Where's Carmelo gonna go? He's
I-
still unsigned.
I figured he'd re-sign with the Lakers.
I
but
thought he would.
think
I
so.
thought he would be a guy that came to Phoenix, honestly, to play with Chris
yeah,
Paul.
or Brooklyn.
I'm
maybe,
hoping
or-
for that because we don't got any shot creators on our bench.
Have you
since
watched the
Cameron
Redeem
Payne.
Team yet on Netflix?
No, I
It came
haven't.
out.
I
Dude,
haven't
watch
seen
that.
What is it
That
about?
it's about the 08
Olympic
Olympic
basketball team.
USA
Okay,
team
yeah, I've
with
seen
Kobe
I've
and
seen
D-Wade.
TikToks about it.
It is amazing.
Really good.
Watch it. Check
Coach,
it out.
Coach K and all that.
Yeah, Coach K. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna give you a 1 through 10 power rankings for this season. Agree, disagree, and give me a sleeper.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Yeah, NBA.
I'm out.
Warriors,
I agree with Steven.
Celtics, Milwaukee at number 3, Memphis 5 or 4, Phoenix at 5, Clippers, Heat, Dallas, Denver, and Philly. Lakers coming in at 18, Blazers at 19. Who's gonna win it this year?
I mean, that's hard to tell.
That's really tough.
That seems like a pretty fair top 10. I don't have many gripes with it.
I think
I got one big one.
Your
Hold
Suns.
on. Let me
No.
guess. Let me guess. Wait.
It's a team outside of the top 10.
Oh, outside.
I'm thinking of an outside top 10 too that I think is gonna be pretty good.
They got to be.
Who?
Pelicans.
I
Who's you?
I feel like you have to say the Nets. How are the Nets not in the top 10?
Because of all their drama.
Huh, yeah,
They still have
probably.
Durant.
Is Kyrie gonna play?
But then you
How
throw
many-
Ben Simmons in there.
I'm just listening.
Fucking
Yeah.
healthy Ben Simmons.
I mean, no. Like on paper, they probably should be ranked
Yeah.
higher. But
I'm taking the Nets over Philly.
I want to say
I
that
would
they
take the
were.
Nets over Philly.
I want to say that the Nets are 12.
They got to
I'd-
be 11th or 12th.
I have to look at it again. But all
Pelicans
these teams
disrespect
don't
it.
have that
I
drama
agree.
surrounding them like the Nets do. So I mean, like 11th. Okay.
I honestly think Memphis is too high. I don't like Memphis there.
Come on.
I think.
I think the Clippers' ceiling is. Memphis, Minnesota should be pretty damn close to that too.
Minnesota, yeah, with
I-
Rudy Gobert.
I just don't
Cavs
think
were
Memphis is
17th.
that. That's crazy too. Actually, that's wild.
Cavs have got a good team.
They do.
Donovan Mitchell this year.
I want to see that top. I want to see that whole list. Beat
11th
Memphis,
and 12th.
Nets,
Nets and
and
Timberwolves.
Yeah, I just think
Raptors right after the
Bulls.
Bulls, Hawks,
I forgot about the
Pelicans.
Bulls too.
16th.
Hawks too. Man, the NBA
Cavs
is gonna be
17th.
good
Lakers
this year.
18th.
The NBA is gonna be good this
The
year.
Hawks got that one guy from the Spurs.
Oh yeah, Murray. Monte
He's
Murray.
That
fucking
guy is
legit.
a stud.
I was even just looking at their preseason game the other day,
Oh.
and Trae Young had 24 points, but Murray had 28, and he had like 8 rebounds, 9 assists. It's like that
They're gonna be-
literally.
That's a fun team to
you-
watch too.
Because that's the best part about it for the Hawks is Trae Young does not have to have the ball in his hands
Yeah.
all the time,
Seriously.
and that opens up the world for Trae Young. Like he's oh shit.
Guess
I
who's
just don't
last?
have input.
Let's see if you guys can get who's
No,
last.
and
Is that fine?
According
Yeah,
to ESPN.
no, you're fine.
Let me listen.
Who do you think's last according to ESPN?
Hey. What?
Who do you
It's
think's
the
last
Pistons.
according to ESPN?
It's got to be the Pistons.
Oh, last place in the power
Not the
rankings.
Rockets.
According to ESPN. Rockets.
Is it the Rockets? That's crazy to me.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty shit.
They are, but they got so many young guys where it's like they might be just come out and be
Yeah.
good.
I mean, the Lakers. Come on.
I'm big.
If healthy.
Can't ever count out Braun. I'm not crazy about their roster.
I'm
though.
not even.
If healthy,
Because
they're playing
so
team.
obviously you're top heavy with LeBron and AD. I
They're
hope-
playing team.
I hope Russ plays better.
Yeah.
Pat Bev's a good defender.
Are they gonna keep Russ?
He
I-
can't fit with
I
them, dude.
kind of don't want them to.
It's
but
unfair to him
would
what's
you
happening
would you
right
really be
now.
It is.
surprised if they roll with Russ the whole year?
But
No, I would.
I
be
wouldn't
very
be
but I
surprised.
also heard they had the trade in the bag
For
with
Buddy Hield and
with
Miles
Buddy
Turner
Hield and Miles Turner, but they said no,
because a pitch.
just as a couple weeks ago, because they didn't want to give up their unprotected first round picks in like 24 or 25
See,
or something.
that's hard for the
They're-
Lakers and the ownership because
Because
I
I-
mean, like, how many years does LeBron have left?
That's
like,
what I'm saying. You're win
three-
now mode, dude.
You
Yeah.
probably have like
You're
you're
literally
win
giving
now.
up your
Yeah.
years to get LeBron.
They already shipped out their future with Lonzo Ball, Ingram, Julius Randle. Like they were in win now mode then.
Yeah.
How do they not pull a trigger on a Westbrook for Healed and Turner? Like they need a shooter, and Heald's
Okay,
Hield's
I got a
fucking good
question.
shooter.
Was
Turner's a good shooter too.
was that trade when they shut off all the young core worth it if they only get one championship out of it?
No, and what I think is they should have. They had a done deal with DeMar DeRozan.
Last year though.
Done deal.
But I'm talking about you rewind a little bit more in the Anthony Davis trade. Was that trade worth it
Yeah.
if you're only going to get one chip out of it?
They
No,
left. They sent out
Like
Lonzo.
if
Kuzma.
LeBron retires in 3 more years
Was
and they
Kuzma
only
part of
got
that
one
trade?
chip out
Yeah,
of it.
no, Kuzma. They kept fucking Kuzma.
They kept
So
it for like 2
they
years.
sent Lonzo and Ingram.
Lonzo, Ingram,
And,
Randall, Julius Randall,
no, and then there was one more guy,
Ball.
Jordan Clarkson. No,
Clarkson was
Clarkson
out.
was gone.
Clarkson was out that year. Randall was out.
not
Right?
Jordan Clarkson. There's a different guy. Can't remember
Ingram.
his name. Josh
Ingram.
Hart.
Josh
Hart.
Hart. And
Hart.
you just think
Hart.
about those guys because they let Caruso go. They let those guys
Ooh,
go.
letting Caruso go
Randall
was
go.
I was pissed about that,
That was a
because
tough-
I would much
that was a
rather
tough one.
have Caruso over Taylor Horton Tucker any day. Any
They
day.
they love.
And
why did his
not
value
as
go
a-
up so much all like last year?
Yeah.
Apparently
Not
he
as
was
a player versus player, but I would have taken Caruso on that team over Kuzma just because
Yes.
of Kuzma's diminished role. Not like if you compare them both, Kuzma's obviously the better player, but Caruso's that good role player
He's
that
a
you need
better
for a championship
fitting-
team.
a
Yeah.
better fitting.
Yeah.
He fits better.
And he got his 4-year, $85 million at Chicago.
Hey, respect.
for
They're
him.
gonna. If Lonzo Ball ever plays again,
What's wrong with
He's-
him?
I
injured
I
a
read
lot.
something that he's still fucking way off.
He
from
still can
returning.
barely walk from his knee
That's
from
crazy.
last season.
That hurts because he would be so good on that
He's
Bulls
such
team.
a
Yeah,
good.
he
He's
is
so
good.
good.
Didn't the
when he
They
Hornets
would
plays.
sign
be-
Leangelo too?
Yeah, the Hornets.
Yeah, they did.
Bro,
Leangelo's
brother.
doing.
He's gonna not play probably at all though.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. Do you think LaMelo, Leangelo, and
Lonzo.
Lonzo ever played together in the league?
All 3 of them on the same team?
Because 2 of them are about to be.
No.
Probably when they
Yeah,
were
like
older.
that.
Well, it's
Yeah.
gonna depend
If
on
they all
if they
last.
both go to Charlotte because Lamelo will be with them for his whole career.
Oh yeah.
He will do. He will be the highest paid basketball player probably of all time.
When LeVar said that LaMelo was going to be the best out of the 3, at least when I heard, I was like, no fucking way.
Lonzo looks
And
so
then
good.
he's might be the best out of the 3.
He's fun to watch.
Lamelo
too.
might be like if you were to redraft, like if you took everybody off every NBA team, Lamelo's probably a top 5 pick.
You're top 5.
Probably because Giannis is going, Doncic is going. Then I feel like it kind of opens up.
I'd
to where
take
it's-
Kawhi over him.
If
Right
you were
now,
starting over,
of
Right now, I would
He's
still take Kawhi. I'm still taking Kawhi.
I'm afraid of what
I'm
his
still
age
taking
actually
Kawhi.
is.
Injuries too.
And
It scares me.
he's missed 2 straight years of
I
injury.
think I'm still taking him.
I just think you're going Giannis probably,
Embiid,
Luka.
you take LaMelo
Embiid
over
would be
Embiid.
in there. I'd take Lamelo over Embiid. I would.
Embiid is a little
Because
indifferent,
Lamelo's
John
getting
Morant,
better as a defender.
Steph Curry.
I'm not taking Kawhi if I'm
I,
starting my
I,
franchise.
I guess that age difference is a little bit different because you got to think too. Kawhi's maybe 3 more years.
LaMelo's my age.
Especially if he gets injured again.
Me and
He's
LaMelo
your
are the
age.
same age.
Yeah. He's young, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's not even
Then maybe-
22 yet.
Maybe LaMelo then, but
Or Zion. You can go Zion.
I wouldn't take Zion over Melton.
He's Greg Oden.
Zion's
Yeah.
Zion is Greg
That's
Oden.
tough. That's tough because he.
Oh, I hope he's not though.
I hope
I
he's
hope he.
He's
I
exciting.
hope he plays this year.
You're taking KD over LaMelo.
Well, fucking the Pelicans, if he plays this year, are scary.
That's what I'm saying. Sleeper team with CJ.
That's a good
McCollum.
sleeper. That is a good sleeper.
I love
My
that
sleep.
guy.
Okay, back to that actually. Go. I want to hear because I think my sleeper is the Nuggets if they're healthy.
Yeah, because
Honestly.
they got.
But they're in the
that
top
guy back.
10 according
Michael
to ESPN.
Porter
Is
Jr.
that a
Angelo-
sleeper?
Michael Porter Jr. He's a stud.
Okay, no, you're right. If they're top 10, they're probably
Outside
not.
the
They're
top
not.
10?
They're not a sleeper.
I'm
The
gonna go Pelicans.
Pelicans
if
are a good
Zion
one.
can stay
That's a
healthy,
really
I
good
think
one.
they're a wrecking.
If the Cavs are as low as they are, they're a
Cavs.
fucking sleeper team.
Cavs
That's
can be a
nuts.
sleeper.
You add
Donovan
Donovan
Mitchell.
Mitchell with Garland.
But I think even though on an
Shit.
ESPN list they're down to what did we say 17th?
Were the Hawks in the top 10 or no?
On
no,
Hawks too.
Hawks are a really good one.
Sorry to interrupt.
There's a
you
lot
like
of
that.
good
That was rude of me.
teams.
No, you're good. I was thinking with the Cavs, like if you know basketball, you know the Cavs are most likely going to finish better than 17th in the league.
Mhm.
They've
They
got
were-
to finish
They
in
were
the
a
top
playing
half.
team last year,
Yeah,
so they gotta be.
playing team, and you add
Donovan Mitchell.
Don Mitchell.
Non-sleeper guy.
He's
Or
still not the
non-NBA
best player
guy?
on the team though.
Sleepers.
Sleeper
He's
He's
outside
not
the
the
top
best
10.
thing.
He's not.
Not.
Nets.
I think Garland's the
Nets.
best player now.
Sounds pretty good.
I'm playing it
Mitchell's
safe.
decent.
Kyrie, KD.
I don't
I'm playing
believe.
it
I
Are
don't
they
buy
going
into
to
his
gel
hype,
together?
but-
Because they're pretty guard
One
heavy,
other.
aren't they?
Yeah, and that's small.
What,
Because
yeah.
Donovan Mitchell's only 6'1",
Yeah.
and Garland's like that too. How tall is Garland? 6'1", probably.
Probably.
Right in
He
that
can't be-
range.
He can't be as
It's
tall
It's a
as
pretty.
you.
Yeah.
But Donovan Mitchell's a good defender, I think. Like he's quick, you know. He's
good.
pretty
Who's the,
strong too. Like he's kind of a little burly too. What do
Yeah.
you got, Garrett?
Who's the best college player that people are tanking for these days? Because
Oh,
when
shit.
you brought up Zion,
it doesn't even matter because that fucking one dude is.
That 7'4"
Yeah,
guy's
he's-
coming in,
he's-
and they're gonna start.
They're
fucking
saying
tanking.
people are saying that he's a better prospect than LeBron was, and
Yeah.
nobody's seen a prospect
He's
like
got
LeBron
an
in any
8-foot
sport.
wingspan, man. Whoa, 7'4". And
This
he can
dude,
shoot.
yeah, I was gonna say this dude catches the ball at half court and dribbles straight to the corner to shoot a fadeaway three. Like who does that? And he just buries it.
what team does he play for?
He's
It's G League Unite or
yeah,
Ignite or
something-
whatever it is
no,
right
an
now.
NBA. Like,
Oh,
he's
he
a-
went to the G League.
Like
Wow.
he's.
He's playing in Vegas right now. That's all I really
I can
know.
just imagine
But
him
that's all I see on
running up the
Instagram.
court and shooting a jumper over you. You can have your hand in
So
his
he's
face.
7'4".
He's
not a
Kevin
big
Durant,
7'4".
but 7'4"
No,
is
he's
what it looks
skinny.
like.
He's slim. Like
He
he
looks
KD's
like-
what 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah, he looks like Kevin Durant but taller.
Yeah.
And you can't really say better. Durant's got a pretty good handle, but he can handle the ball.
So who's getting the first pick then?
Well, when's he available? A couple years from now?
Scott, I think that they're switching it. I read that they're switching it to where you're eligible at 18.
Oh,
For the
back
NBA.
again?
Yeah,
Switching it again?
I read that the other day.
So, I
So
mean,
he's going to be eligible next year.
it'll probably be with
He's-
like Detroit, Houston, right there. I would
One of the bottom
imagine.
feeders, yeah.
Tommy.
Houston's not getting
I
any
think
better in the next couple
Sacramento
years.
could be in that mix.
Sacramento.
Another one of those big guys on the front here,
Sacramento.
boys, super young.
Uh,
Chet,
Oh, Chet.
But he's done for
Holmgren.
the
He's out. He's
season.
out.
He's out for the
year.
season this year.
with a broken foot or something like that.
Yeah, he was guarding LeBron in that.
Those Thunder. If
Hey,
Chet's anything,
RIP.
their Thunder are
Sorry.
going to be
He
good.
guarded the goat, right?
Shy,
Yeah.
like Shy would be, I think, a top 10 pick
No,
if they
no,
did
no.
the
We
redraft.
got it on camera. You said
No,
yeah.
hang on.
You said yeah.
You made me startled.
Mark it.
You startled me.
I want that
You
replayed
could
multiple
get that
times.
Because you
Goat,
figure it's got to be
Take it easy.
Rockets, Pistons. You might throw the Spurs in there now
Spurs are
too.
gonna be
Now they don't have
ass. Is
DeJounte
Popovich
Murray.
gonna just get
Oh,
sick
the
and tired
Spurs.
and
The
retire?
Spurs are gonna be terrible.
I mean,
Um,
I see El Popovich just tanking now. Like, hey, we're getting
Popovich and Bill Belichick are the same guy.
We're getting
They are, dude. They are.
Tim Duncan and
They're
Tom
just
Brady are the
sick
same
and
player.
fucking tired of it. Now they're like,
Was
"Fuck."
that this year that Pop had the interview where it's like, if you're going to Vegas, don't bet on us to win?
Yeah,
Was that
well,
this season?
yeah. He said, "Don't bet on us." Just comes out and says,
Yeah,
it.
he's done.
I feel like the Heat are
Ducks
sticking
are
by.
up 49-16, just laying some pipe right now.
Start
in
of the
Arizona.
fourth
Start of the fourth.
Wow.
Wasn't it kinda weird,
49
though?
to
Like the
16.
first couple drives, Arizona moved the ball
They
super
did.
good. I was like, oh shit, this quarterback's pretty good.
Who's having a game right now for us?
Fucking Bucky Irving, dude. Look at him.
Let's get him on the cast.
What's that?
Podcast.
Get Bucky out here.
Let's get Pat Herbert a touchdown today. So Bo Nix is 19 for 23, 261, 0 touchdowns thrown.
He's ran them all in.
Did he rush?
He's gotten 3 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
Good 3.
What a
Bo
guy.
Whittington
What a
has a
guy.
touchdown. Bucky Irving, Jordan James, and Maliki Matova has 1.
Really?
We have 7 total touchdowns.
All rushing.
Troy Franklin has 3 catches for 38 yards.
So
they
we have a
really
bye
just start
next
throwing
week.
the ball
They
today or
are,
what?
they are literally running.
They're just spamming run plays.
What's Arizona's record?
Ranked 2.
Respectable.
1-1.
They're better than Colorado.
Who'd they beat? Did they beat Colorado?
I think it was them or Stanford last. I think it was Colorado last
San
week.
Diego
No,
State. They lost to
California
Mississippi
beat
State.
them, and yeah, they beat Colorado.
Colorado's literally Lapine in high school.
Just ass.
They're shit.
By Townhouse Pita.
And Sabre, or whatever his brand is.
Relax, Jackie. The beer company will pay for it. They're not actually a sponsor. It just sounded professional.
That's totally us right now. This episode brought to you by Kellogg's Townhouse Pita Chips and Twisted Tea. Thank you, Kellogg's.
You guys like
Imagine
chicken
if
and a biscuit?
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually have a box of it in my truck right now.
RN?
Right now.
RN.
Dude, that's what our production company should be. Like when we start this shit, like RN Productions. You know that's good.
Yeah,
you know you
anything
thought
else?
about that before. You've been waiting to say it.
I have actually.
Anyways, thank you for
Anyways.
tuning in.
No, we gotta do
Anyways,
a formal. Anyways.
See you guys. Hope you subscribe, like,
Have a
and
good one.
comment.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of 541 Sports. We appreciate it.
We'll talk at you later. See you next week.
Yeah. See ya.
Thanks, guys.